Most of the vineyards in the Swan Creek AVA are located between 1,000 and 2,000 feet elevation. It's really a sweet spot within North Carolina.
And when I acquired the property to start Raffledini in the year 2000, it was an unknown wine area. And usually how you have your first demarcation of an area that's focused on wine is you have something called an AVA, which is an American Viticultural Area. When you have that first designation, it tends to be quite large for an area because it's sort of saying you can make quality grapes here, and then over time, it further evolves.
So when we found this land, we knew it was in the Yadkin Valley, and we heard that they were creating a second AVA in North Carolina called Swan Creek.
The name Swan Creek dates back to the American Revolutionary War and the American Civil War.
There is a lot of paperwork, and it is an expensive process to apply for an AVA.
We do a lot of soil testing and a lot of weather analysis, as long as 30 years. And that was part of the process to be thought about, is this a legit wine region?
I think that people who understand wine and know wine understand that an AVA means we should be able to grow good quality grapes within this designated region.
When a consumer or a guest sees Swan Creek on a label, it just simply means that the grapes were grown here.
So when I think of the Swan Creek, first of all, I think of the wine that we produce here and the high quality that we get, but there's also the farming aspect to it.
When I think of the Swan Creek, I think of quality and how great the wine is.
So here we can grow the European grape. We have the climate, we have the soil, we have everything that comes together perfectly. So you'll find the French grape, the Italian grape, the Spanish grape here.
They are creating wines that can be recognized everywhere. They're wines that consumers are used to seeing in the grocery stores, in their retail wine shops, and on menus. They know varietals like Cabernet Sauvignon, Sangiovese, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio. And so it's an asset that we can grow those varietals here.
The people here are special. Their motto is, we're all in this together. We're all making this grow together. And I've never met people who are just so nice in business.
Also in the Swan Creek, we have some wonderful vineyard managers, vineyard workers, the wineries in the area with the winemakers all try to work together.
One of the aspects about North Carolina that we really enjoyed was the people. Everybody was so friendly.
One of the biggest differentiating factors we have here in the Swan Creek AVA is our soils. We've got sandy clay loam soils with rocky deposits, and we can really attribute that to the brushy mountains that are behind me. The brushy mountains being part of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it offers just fantastic deposits of mica and schist that lead to well-drained soils. And that's what wine grapes really love.
Swan Creek AVA has demonstrated a very high quality product, equal to anywhere that you can grow French grapes in the world.
Our goal is to give a new experience to people who might not have ever come to the country or may live an hour away, live in the city, and just want to come up, sit on the porch, look at the beautiful view and relax, have a glass of wine.
So behind me you can see the mountains, and we have a fantastic view of the Brushy and the Blue Ridge Mountains.
And when they get to the tasting house, they sit down on the deck or on the patio, and as they look north, they have a panoramic view of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
But we have some of the oldest soil in North America that weathered down from those mountains.
This AVA is known for these type of wines, so it becomes an organizing principle, not just for the industry, but also for the consumers, so that they know this AVA makes this wine. Why it's so interesting with an AVA is initially it becomes a way to designate the wine for the industry, but over time it becomes a very powerful marketing tool for agritourism, and once the consumer says, this is what this AVA is known for, and then everything pops up around that. So initially it's used for the industry, but over time it's really more powerful when it comes to the consumers.
When we do our tastings, when we have guests in, we like to talk a lot about what it takes to actually get that grape from the vineyard into the glass, so they have a better understanding of what it is that they're enjoying. And it actually improves their enjoyment of the wine.
To me, it's important to promote tourism to come to the actual vineyard because you get to see the grape and see where it was grown, find the backstory, learn what's going on at that particular vineyard. Don't just assume that everyone is the same, because each one is I like to say each one's a gem. It's a treasure hunt, And each vineyard is a gem into and of itself.
This is why we go from a vineyard to agritourism, and this is the true potential of what we're doing.
Very good.